What are the Pancha Bhootas? Life and the various species originated by a combination of planetary globes and the five manifestations of nature, namely earth, water, fire, air, and space. Rabindranath Tagore, in his book Pancha Bhoota, has explained that the emotional ability of the human mind is keenly sensitive to all objects of light, color, sound, effect of speed, sun, moon, and stars. The human body and the earth have the same composition, 3/4 water and 1/4 rest. To be precise, the human body is composed of 72% water, 12% earth, 6% air, 4% fire, and 6% ether or space. Every yogic practice is about cleansing the five Panchabhutas, eventually leading to a pure mind, body, and soul. The Panchabhuta temples are the five Shiva temples dedicated to one of the Bhutas each. The first one, Tiruvannamalai, Arunachala Temple, Tamil Nadu. Lord Shiva manifested himself in the form of a massive column of fire here. The remains of the fire finally took the form of the Tiruvannamalai hill, which was worshipped by devotees of Lord Shiva himself. Devotees also take a pilgrimage barefoot walk around the holy hill of 14 km circumference called the Girivalam to worship the Lord. The 14 km has Ashta, that is 8 Shivalingas spaced out, including the Agni Jyotirlingam. The legend is, one day Vishnu and Brahma had an argument over their superiority. Shiva appeared in front of them in the form of a raging fire and asked them to each find the tip of the fire. Whoever reaches the tip would be superior between the two. Brahma went upwards and Vishnu downwards in search of the tip. However, Shiva increased the length of the flaming fire continuously. After thousands of miles, Vishnu conceded defeat and returned. Brahma was getting exhausted and on the way saw the Ketaki flower. He made Ketaki agree to lie that Brahma had indeed reached the top where the flower had resided and got the flower from there. When Brahma confronted Vishnu with Ketaki, Shiva appeared in his true form in front of them. Shiva was angered by Brahma's lie and cursed him that he would never be worshipped and also banned the Ketaki flower from being worshipped for offerings. The fire form which Shiva took is the Arunachala hill in Tiruvannamalai. Aruna means red, fire, and Achala means steady, immovable mountain. The second temple is for water at Tiruvannaikaval temple, Tamil Nadu. Lord Shiva represents the water element here, where the Apulingam is submerged in water and a perennial subterranean spring gushes around the lingam. The legend says Parvati, in the form of Akhilandeshwari, performed penance here. She made a lingam out of water of river Kaveri, also known as river Ponni, under the Ven Naval tree, and commenced her worship. The lingam is known as Apulingam, that is water lingam. Shiva blessed Akhilandeshwari and taught her the Shiva Gnana. There were two Shiva Ganas who are disciples who live in Kailash, Malyavan and Pushpadanta. Though they were Shiva Ganas, they used to always quarrel with each other. In one fight, Malyavan cursed Pushpadanta to become an elephant on earth, and later the latter cursed the former to become a spider on earth. The elephant and spider came to Jambukeshwar and continued their Shiva worship. The elephant collected water from river Kaveri and conducted ablution to the lingam under the Jambu tree daily. The spider constructed his web over the lingam to prevent dry leaves from falling on it and prevent sunlight directly falling on it. When the elephant saw the web and thought it was dust on lingam, the elephant tore them and cleaned the lingam by pouring water, and practice continued daily. The spider was angered and crawled into the trunk of the elephant and bit the elephant to death, killing itself. Shiva, in the form of Jambukeshwar, moved by the deep devotion of the two, relieved them from the curse. As an elephant worshipped Shiva here, this place came to be known as Tiruvannaika. Tiru means holy, Ane is elephant, and Kadu means forest. Later, the name Tiruvannaika became Tiruvannaikaval or Tiruvannaikaval. The third Pancha Bhoota temple is for space, Chidambaram Natarajar temple. Space is worshipped as Lord Shiva, Akash Lingam, to signify God is beyond human comprehension. Chidambaram is the seat of Lord Shiva as the cosmic dancer Nataraja, Ananda Tandava pose, the cosmic dance of bliss. The deity of Nataraja is enshrined in the Chit Sabha. Behind this deity is a black screen which is considered to cover the Akasha Lingam. There is no lingam here, thus stressing the belief that there is everything in nothing. The legend says, according to Chidambaram Mahatmya, Lord Shiva visits sages in the mythical pine forest in the form of a beggar, accompanied by Mohini, none other than Vishnu, in the avatar of a beautiful woman. Mohini triggers lustful interest of the sages, while Shiva performs Tandava dance that triggers the carnal interest of the wives of these sages. The sages ultimately realize how superficial their austerities have been. The episode became widely known. The sages Patanjali and Vyagarapada want to see the repeat performance of this dance of bliss in the Tailai forest, Chidambaram. They installed a Shivalinga and meditated on it for long. Their asceticism impresses Shiva, who appeared before them in Chidambaram and performed the dance against the wall in the blessed hall of consciousness. The fourth Pancha Bhoota temple is the Ekambareshwar temple, which is for the earth. Shiva is worshipped as Ekambareshwar here and is represented by the Prithvi Lingam. The legend says, once Parvati was performing penance on the Prithvi Lingam made out of sand under a mango tree to expatriate herself from a curse. The Vegavati river, which was years ago created by Shiva to satisfy a sage's thirst, overflowed and was about to destroy the lingam. Parvati hugged the lingam to protect it. This gesture of Parvati touched Shiva immensely, and he materialized in person in front of her, and she was liberated from the curse. The mango tree where this happened exists in the temple and is believed to be several thousand years old. The fifth Pancha Bhoota temple is for air, the Sri Kalahasti temple. Shiva is worshipped as Vayu Lingam here. The legend has it that Vayu performed penance for thousands of years to Karpura Lingam. Karpuram means camphor. Pleased with his penance, Shiva manifested before him and said, O Vayudeva, though you are dynamic in nature, you stayed here without movement and did penance for me. I am pleased with your devotion. I shall grant you 3 boons. Vayu said, Swami, I want to be present everywhere in this world. I want to be an integral part of every jiva who is none other than the manifestation of Paramatma. I want to name this Karpura Linga, which represents you, after me. Samba Shiva said, You are qualified for these 3 boons. As per your wish, you will spread throughout this world. Without you, there will be no life. This Linga of mine will forever be known all over through your name, and everyone will worship this Linga. Shiva disappeared after granting these boons. Thereafter, this Karpura Vayu Lingam is worshipped by all lokas, that is, all worlds. In the temple sanctum sanctorum, there is a lamp with a wavering flame throughout day and night without any traces of wind to facilitate its flickering. This indicates the presence of Lord Vayu. The main lingam is not touched by anyone, including the priest till date. Hence, Abhishekam is not offered to the main lingam, but the holy mixture of water, milk, sandalwood, flowers, camphor, and other key ingredients are offered to the Utsava Murti.